recognize that as being his will.
Yes.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page. And ask if that's his signature on that document.
Yes.
Okay, and Ms. Laird, I understand that you were the notary on September 26th of 2020 that notarized this document. Is that your signature on there?
Yes, sir.
And your notary seal?
Yes, sir.
All
Well,
right.
where's the seal? But yes. Yes. Yes.
All righty. Go right ahead, Mr. Dowden.
Thank you, Judge. I'll call Dana Kennedy, Your Honor. You're Dana Kennedy, is that true?
Yes.
And Miss Kennedy, you're here today regarding the estate of Chet Ray Chappell. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
I understand that Mr. Chappell passed away on or about November 11th of the last year, 2020. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
And you've identified Mr. Chappell's last will and testament. I believe he was your first husband. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And so have you had an opportunity prior to the hearing, Ms. Kennedy, to look over the proof of death and other facts that we're filing with the court this morning?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in that document within your knowledge and true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Also, you'll sign an oath this morning that we'll file with Judge Brannick, and where you assure the court that you'll take care of the affairs of Chet's estate to the best of your ability.
Yes, sir.
Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Judge, I pass Ms. Kennedy, and if I could just ask Ms. Laird a question or two, Your Honor.
Please go right ahead.
Ms. Laird, have we provided you with the proof by subscribing witness?
He asked, did they provide you with a proof by subscribing witness?
What is that?
It's a document called Statement of Facts or Proof by Subscribing Witness.
I didn't bring anything home. I just witnessed the two people sign the will. And that's
Okay.
it.
All right. Then Ms. Laird, if we get you a document, an affidavit, we will email to you. Can you hear me?
It's on her email.
It's on your email. Chris says it should be on your email. So if you'll check and see.
That's what she signed. That could get better because she knows about that.
Okay.
Okay, I tell you what, Ms. Laird, I'm going to read this to you and ask you if it's true.
Okay.
On this day, Lindsay Laird personally appeared in open court by Zoom and being duly sworn stated the following. I am shown for examination the document purported to be the will of Chet Ray Chappell. I was present and saw decedent sign the document on the same day that the will is dated, and decedent declared to me that the document was decedent's will. Then Melinda Chappell and Devin Chappell, each being credible witnesses at least 14 years of age, and I, as notary public, subscribed our names to the document at the request of decedent and in the presence of decedent and each other. On the date the document was signed, decedent was of sound mind and had attained 18 years of age. Is all that true?
That's all correct. Yes,
Okay.
and true.
All righty. Then Mr. Dowden, I'll let you get that document to Ms. Laird for signature.
Yes, sir.
And we will wait to receive those documents. So you have 3 more cases. So you want to go to the Pips case?
That'll be fine, Judge. I'll bring the clients down. Thank you, Ms. Laird,
Okay.
for your help this morning. We appreciate it.
Okay, thank y'all.
So that'll be Sherry. Right?
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna.
Can you get it? Oh, yeah.
I don't know how much to help.
Yeah, it's like,
You.
I'm
Okay.
7 weeks in,
So
so.
you know how
So
this
I'm
works.
pretty,
Okay.
getting pretty good. I got
All
one
right.
more week,
There you go.
hopefully.
Well, good luck with
Okay.
it. Philip will be in touch with you. All right.
Okay, thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am, you bet.
I'm good.
Have a seat down here. No, I'm sure. I wanted to be careful with her with that broken foot. Okay, we've got Judge Brannick here. He's looking over John's file. Do you call him John or Curtis?
Yeah,
or
John.
John, okay, great. You'll be sworn in, Judge. You'll ask you to identify the will. I'll ask you some questions. Have you sign some papers and get it done. You've seen this proof of death and oath, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
That's one of the things I'll ask you. Okay.
All right, Ms. Pitts, if I could get you, Sherry Delane Phipps.
Raise your.
Are you Sherry Delane?
Cherie Delane Pitts.
Sorry.
Okay, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this charge should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, I'm gonna hold you what purports to be the last will and testament of John Curtis Phipps Jr. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go back to the signature page. Ask you if that's his signature on that document.
Yes, sir.
And after the date he made this will on December 8th of 2006, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Go right ahead, Mr. Dowd.
Thank you, Your Honor. You're Cherie Delane Phipps, is that true?
That's correct.
And Ms. Phipps, you're here today regarding the estate of your husband, John Curtis Phipps Jr., is that true?
That's true.
Understand that he passed away on or about October 13th of 2020, is that true?
That's correct.
You've had an opportunity to look over the proof of death and other facts that we're going to file with the court this morning, is that true?
That's true.
And all of the information provided in that proof is within your knowledge and true and correct, is that right?
That is correct.
Also, we'll file with Judge Brannick an oath that where you're assuring him that you'll take care of the affairs of your husband's estate to the best of your ability. Is that true?
That's true. Yes.
Okay, Judge, that's all we have unless you need anything further.
Okay, let me know when it's notarized.
I need to sign the full name.
Yes, ma'am,
Okay.
just like we have. Thank you for asking. Okay. Please, ma'am.
Ms. Pitts, once they've notarized your proof of death and other facts, I will sign the order admitting the will to probate, authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. Those letters are what you're going to use to show your authority to act on behalf of the estate if you need to deal with financial institutions, real
I do.
estate
Yes, sir.
companies, whatever the case may be. Please make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Dowden in getting him a listing of the assets of the estate, because he has 90 days from today to file what's called an inventory appraisement and list of claims with the court. All right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
We're done. We're notarized.
Okay.
We're notarized.
Pardon me?
We're notarized, signed and notarized, Your Honor.
All right, the order is signed, and Mr. Dowden will guide you through the rest of the process. I'm so sorry for your loss, and I hope everything goes. Y'all let us know if there's anything we can do. And Mr. Dowden, I guess we'll go to Hawthorne.
Hawthorne, yes, sir.
The letter of testament will come in. Once the order is signed by the judge and the order gets processed, I have to request it. So within the next couple of days.
Just okay, because I do have a check that I need to take to the bank by the 15th.
Okay, are we gonna need to set up an estate account? If so, we might need an EIN number.
Yeah.
Let me,
so because
Y'all come on back.
Hello.
Judge, we're here. I have Mr. Hawthorne and our witnesses, and they're walking in.
Okay.
Thank you for your help. We appreciate it. Tony, have a seat. Here's the hot seat right here. Now, Judge is gonna need to, everybody that's gonna testify, he needs to have you all in this picture right here and raise your right hand. And would you mind closing that door?
I don't think I'm gonna testify.
Okay, you don't testify. Just, okay, if y'all can get in the picture, raise your right hands, and Judge will swear you in. Thank y'all.
You still reading that report?
I am.
It kind of ties together. That's why I had to call Linda to explain it to her why it was so long.
Morning, Hubert.
Hey, Larry.
Got to see Q play some ball at Marauder this weekend.
You know, he went out on a bust.
They did well.
They, how's your grandson?
Recovering slowly. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
He'll never forget his cup again.
Yeah.
Once in a lifetime.
Did he go to the hospital?
Yes, he did.
That'd be kind of embarrassing
It was.
for a 12-year-old. Can you imagine?
I cannot.
Thank you. All right, good morning. Okay, are you, go back to the correct page. Anthony Hawthorne
Yes, sir.
and Carol Lee Ewart,
Yes, sir.
and then you must be Julie Lynch.
Yes, sir.
All right, if y'all will raise your right hands, please. You and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's see, we don't have a will here, so go right ahead. Dowdy.
All right, Your Honor. Thank you very much. I'll call Anthony Lee Hawthorne. You're Anthony Lee Hawthorne. Is that true?
That is correct.
And Mr. Hawthorne, you're here today regarding the estate of your late father, Forrest Lee Hawthorne. Is that true?
Yes.
And I understand that your dad passed away on or about May 10th of this year, 2021. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
And you actually live in Loveland, Colorado, I understand. Is
Yes,
that
sir.
right? And you've traveled down here a couple of times and inspected the house and searched for a last will and testament for your dad. Is that true?
Yes.
And there is, in fact, no last will and testament. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And so there is a need for an administration of the estate, right? There's some
Yes.
assets to gather and some debts to pay. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And so you had an opportunity to look over the proof of death and other facts that we're filing with the court today. Is that true?
Yes.
Everything in that document's within your knowledge and true and correct. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And you will also sign an affidavit for Judge Brannick that you swear you'll take care of the affairs of your dad's estate to the best of your ability. Is that true?
Yes.
I understand you were the only child ever born of Anthony Lee Hawthorne. Is that true?
Oh, born of Forrest Lee Hawthorne. Yes, sir.
Forrest Lee Hawthorne. I'm sorry. And so, okay. Judge, that's all. I pass the witness to Mr. Oxford.
Judge, I talked to all the witnesses, as you can see in my report, and the applicant and the two witnesses confirmed that the applicant was the only heir, to the best of their knowledge, from the decedent. Miss Ewart and Miss Lynch were the daughters of Miss Bouillon, and they saw the applicant every day the decedent every day for 5 years while the decedent was living at their mother's house. And then when she passed away, the decedent purchased the house or was willed the house. And so Miss Ewart and Miss Lynch both confirmed that, and their knowledge of the decedent, the applicant is the only heir to Mr. Hawthorne.
Very good. Mr. Hawthorne, what were you in jail for?
Now, the decedent was in jail for 5 years.
Father, Judge, not Mr. Hawthorne.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Not this Mr. Hawthorne.
My father was in jail for aggravated assault.
Okay, very good. Thank you. So, I thought it was the applicant, and I was.
No, sir.
No, sir.
I'm sorry, Judge. Sorry for that. I should have covered that. My
No, I
apologies.
said that. I said it's on page 2 in the second paragraph is the last sentence. Afterwards, even though they no longer live with his
Yeah.
father, the applicant spent
I
time.
read it. That was my mistake. Go right ahead, Mr. Dowden.
Okay, so Ms. Ewart and Ms. Lynch, thank you for being here today to help us with testimony. And have no interest in the Forest Lee Hawthorne estate, is that true?
Correct.
Okay, and
Yes.
have you had each of you an opportunity to look over the statement of facts that we'll ask you to sign for filing in this matter? Okay, and is everything in those documents true and correct?
Yes.
Okay, all right, Judge, I pass these witnesses.
Any questions of these witnesses?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Oxford. You may be excused if you wish to have something else to do.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Hubert.
If you'll go ahead and get them to sign their proof, please.
Yes, sir. Just like
Mr.
we have.
Hawk, I'm a little bit jealous of you. You live in Colorado?
Yes, sir. Loveland, Colorado.
Look, you
Yeah,
get it.
well, from about June to August, I'm jealous of you.
From about June to August, you're more than welcome to come up.
Judge, I was in City Hall the other day for a reappointment of city judge and city prosecutor, and the prosecutor in there was carrying on about laying on his couch all weekend while his brother and sister-in-law were working at his ranch. So I just want to give you a heads up about that. I guess he appreciates your effort out there, huh?
Well, I'm a very slow carpenter, but if I take my time and really measure twice and only cut once,
Right?
it turns out okay. So here's the deck that I built.
Wow. Can you
Uh,
raise it there a little bit to your left? Yeah, yeah. I heard it was nice. Jesse said it's really nice. Yeah, that's good.
Um, since it's 4th of July, I'll be going back out there and building fences this
There you
weekend.
go. We're signed, Judge. I'm sorry. We're signed and notarized.
All right, Mr. Hawthorne, I have signed the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing independent administration of your father's estate. So what's going to happen now is Mr. Dowden's going to take those proofs that have been signed and e-file those with the county clerk. He'll then be able to get you letters of administration that will show your legal authority to act on behalf of the estate so that you can transfer title to property, access bank accounts, and so forth. Please make sure that you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of the estate so that he can prepare an inventory that has to be filed within 90 days. But otherwise, I know he'll do a great job of guiding you through the process. And I hope everything goes well. Y'all let us know if there's any way we can help. And I appreciate you disinterested witnesses. Thank y'all for coming in.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right, we will go to the Lyles estate.
I'll get Ms. Lyles, Your Honor.
Yeah, 'cause we were so many people in a small room.
They'll get all that filed and we'll order you a letter. Thank you, ladies.
It's every day, age, address, where they're located.
You want them too?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. And the same print as the other one.
Two injured clients in one morning. There, I'm gonna move this. And you'll sit right here, Judge Carter, and he'll ask you to raise your right hand and take the oath and identify. Steve, it's Steve, right?
Mark.
Mark.
Sagan.
Okay.
State Health Services did not have it together yet, that information together yet. I hope I'll get it as soon as. Good morning.
Good morning.
Right. Are you Deborah Ann Lyles?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Lyles, if you'll raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
My daughter lives on Bowling.
Yes. Across the street.
Oh, yes, okay, I know exactly where you are now. Oh, that,
Well, we're kind of cornered, but yes. Mhm.
oh, well, I'm so sorry. I parked the cars over there while I was working in her backyard.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, all right. I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Mark Stephen Lyles. You recognize that as being his will.
Yes.
Okay. And that his signature on that document.
Yes.
And after the date he made this will on March 23rd of 2021, did he ever revoke it or amend it?
No.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Calvin.
Thank you, Judge. You're Deborah Ann Lyles, is that true?
Yes.
And here today regarding the estate of your husband, Mark Stephen Lyles, is that true?
Yes.
And I understand that he passed away on or about April 3rd of 2021, is that true?
Yes.
And you've previously identified his will for Judge Brannick, is that true?
Yes.
Have you had an opportunity, Ms. Lyles, prior to the hearing to review the proof of death and other facts we're filing with the court today?
Yes.
And is everything in that document within your knowledge and true and correct?
Yes.
Also, we have an oath for you to sign, and you swear that you'll take care of the affairs of your husband's estate to the best of your ability. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, Judge, that's all we have unless you need anything further.
Her proof is notarized, please.
Yes, sir. Just like we had it there. Thank you. And then this one.
Well, you lost your next door neighbor that moved down the road.
Yes, I've got some new ones.
Oh, go to home.
Yeah, they moved in this past weekend.
I'll be known. Young or old?
Well, I think they're probably around my age.
Young.
Only met him. No, please. I've only met him so far, but he seems around my age. It's hard to tell, you know. Very nice though. They're doing a lot to the house.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
All right, so what's gonna happen is once they've notarized that, I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate. Then Mr. Dowden will e-file that proof with the county clerk. You'll be able to get letters testamentary, and that you'll use those to show your authority to act on behalf of the estate if you need to deal with financial institutions, real estate title companies, anything like that. Only thing you need to make sure of is cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets so he can do an inventory that has to be filed. But other than that, if there's anything else you need, let us know and we'll be happy to help.
And Judge, we are signed and notarized.
All right, and the order is signed. I hope everything goes well. You take care of yourself now.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Looks like Mr. McCall. It was very sad.
She was evidently sick. Her husband got sick. No.
He's a nice guy. I talked to him several times out on the street. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, Judge. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I think Mr. Sean misquoted me yesterday and quoted you on Facebook.
What did he say? What did he say?
He had a post on there, and I think she quoted some of the words you said and attributed them to me at that event.
Okay. Were they good? Were they good? I hope.
Oh, yeah, they were. Okay, are you Amanda Elizabeth Sellerman?
Yes,
And is that how you say it?
it is. You did good. Most people mispronounce it.
All right. And you are granddaughter of Carlene Fawcett?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call to be the truth to help you God?
I do.
All right, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Carlene Fawcett. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna go back to the signature page and ask you if that's her original signature on that document.
Yes, sir.
And after the date she made this will on August 11th of 2014, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor. We had an opportunity to review this proof of death and other facts before you came into the hearing today.
Yes, sir.
Is all this information is true and correct?
Yes.
And you've signed and been notarized?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and this is your oath. I'm gonna get you to go ahead and sign it.
Yeah, it's in that one spot.
Is that your full signature?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize that was it. Quick signature. The oath's been notarized, Your Honor.
All right, I've signed the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue a testamentary that'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. Judge McCall will get you some letters testamentary from the county clerk now that the order's signed. Please make sure that you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of your grandmother's estate because he has 90 days to file an inventory with the court. But I hope everything else goes well. I know he'll guide you through the process and let us know if you need anything.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a great week.
You
You
too.
too.
Okay, Mr. Townsend on De La Rosa.
Teresa, we're on, but it doesn't say who.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Townsend.
Oh, is that? Oh, but you're not. Are you in on that one? Did they pull you in? Oh, that's the, that's this one. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's what confused myself, Stephen, okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna end up turning this around, so.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do.
Grab it, Nikki.
I think this is the same as that. This one, but
Yeah.
that's the side there.
All right. Mr. Townsend, can you get the witnesses into the camera view? I don't need to see.
I know. I'm gonna show, I have Ms. De La Rosa, Mr. Garza, and Mr. Montgomery that are gonna testify. And here they are.
Okay. Alexis De La Rosa and Watasha Montgomery. Okay, and Roland Garza. Very good. If y'all will raise your right hands, please. Do You and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth so help you God. Go right ahead, Mr. Townsend.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, we have in front of the court an application to determine heirship. And we also have the application was filed for an independent administration, but it's since been modified and the proposed order has been modified for dependent administration. We didn't receive one of the heirs didn't sign the consent to the independent.
Well, thank you for telling me that because we were just rustling through the file trying to find the consent.
Yeah, right. And so the order has been modified for a dependent. So we're actually moving for dependent administration in this matter.
Okay, go right ahead and take the testimony. We have not received that from the clerk yet, but we'll look for it as soon as the hearing's over.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. So I'll question Mr. Garza first. Mr. Garza, I have in front of you the statement of facts that we've sent to the court. We filed, but I have in front of you. You've had a chance to read this.
Yes.
And everything is true and correct.
Yes.
And you knew Mr. De La Rosa.
Yes.
And you're familiar with all the facts.
Yes.
Okay. No further questions of Mr. Garza, Your Honor.
Thank you. Go right ahead. Any questions, Ms. Gregory?
Mr. Garza, you and I have spoken personally in this matter. Since we spoke, have you thought of any information that's different than what you told me?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, that information is reflected in my motion, so I have no further, my report, so I have no further questions.
Thank you so much, Ms. Gregory. Go right ahead, Mr. Townsend.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Montgomery, in front of you, I have a statement of facts. You've had a chance to review that and you read that, and everything is true and correct in there. And you were familiar with Mr. De La Rosa.
Yes.
And no further questions, Your Honor, for Mr. Montgomery.
Okay. Mr. Montgomery, you and I have spoken personally, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And since we spoke, have you thought of any information that's different than what you told me in our conversation? Have you thought of anything different than what you told me when we spoke? Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, go right ahead, Mr. Townsend.
Okay, Your Honor. And I have in front of you, Ms. De La Rosa, the amended proof of death and other facts. In this case, you had a chance to review that.
Yes.
And everything in that is true and correct.
Yes.
And then there's also an oath in front of you. You've had a chance to review that. And if appointed administrator, you agree to be bound by that oath.
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, if you will get those notarized and e-filed, and then we will, in the meantime, find that order on the dependent administration. I'll sign the judgment declaring heirship, and we'll move. Do you have any questions of this witness, Ms. Gregory?
I do not.
Okay, thank you all so much for your time.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Bruce. Lincoln.
Let's join with video. All right, here we go. Here's our judge.
Right, are you Marcy Lynn Morgan?
Yes, hello.
Go raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Ms. Morgan, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of your mother. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go to the signature page. And ask you if that's her signature on that document.
Yes, it is.
And after the date she made this will on December 15th of 2020, did she ever revoke it or
No,
amend?
no, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Brinkley.
Okay, thank you, Judge. All right, Marcy, you and I have been in here visiting, and we've been looking at this document called the Proof of Death and Other Facts. Is that correct?
Yes,
You've had a chance to review it, and would you say that everything on there is true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
yes.
Okay, in that case, well, I'm going to ask you to sign that document. And then there's, with that document, Marcy, is your oath, and I need you to take a look at that, and if you agree with it, I need you to sign that as well. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, let me know when it's notarized,
Okay.
Mr. Brinkley.
Okay, it's signed and notarized now.
All right, Ms. Morgan, I've signed the order admitting your mother's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. If you'd make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Brinkley in getting him a listing of the assets of your mother's estate, he has to prepare an inventory that has to be filed within 90 days. But otherwise, I know he'll do a great job of guiding you through the process, and I hope everything goes well. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your week and happy 4th.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Where's, what is your name, sir?
My name is John Henry, Judge. I'm the attorney for Mr. Warren Marks.
Okay, where is Mr. Mark?
My assistant is trying to help him log in. We've been trying for the last 50 minutes, Judge, and he's just having issues on his device. It's not
Okay,
working.
well, let me do this. I'm gonna go to the next case and then I'll come back to you in
Thank
just
you
a
very
minute.
much, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. DeCordova. Montalbano.
Come on over here, Jesse, you're gonna kind of stand right over here.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Give me 1 second. Good morning, Mr. DeCordova.
Morning, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Montalbano and Ms. LaGroff with you?
They are behind me.
Okay. You will raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do. Yes. And Your Honor, I did want to point out that
Did
Ms.
Ms.
Reed,
answer me?
I'm sorry?
Ms. LaGroff, do you swear to tell the truth?
I do.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Sorry about that, Judge. I just wanted to point out that we have the notary, Kim Reed, who is present in the room.
Very good. Go right ahead.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
Oh, okay. Your Honor, if it's permissible, I'm going to pretty much ask them simultaneous questions since they're both standing here. Luke and Jessica, you're William Montalbano's parents.
Yes.
Okay, you're seeking guardianship of the person, correct?
Yes.
Co-guardianship. And you're familiar with the allegations in the application for co-guardianship, correct?
Yes.
And you swore to those under oath?
Yep.
Okay. And William is, in your opinion, totally incapacitated due to severe autism and related developmental disabilities?
Yes.
And you've reviewed the doctor's report that was filed in this matter?
Yes.
And you agree with his opinion?
Yes.
I'm going to show you, Luke, a document, the guardianship of William John Montalbano, proof of facts that was filed in this matter on June 29th. And I asked you to review this again this morning, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
And you know these facts that are stated in here based on your personal knowledge?
Yes.
And they're true and correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And Jessica, I'm going to ask you the same question. This is a proof of facts. Jessica Lee LaGroff, it was filed in this case on June 29th. And you reviewed these again this morning with me. And these facts that you stated here are based on your personal knowledge.
Yes.
And they're true and correct.
Yes.
Okay. And William turns 18 tonight at midnight.
Yes.
William, yes. Okay.
Okay, and if I understand correctly, the proposed ward has only one sibling, and that's Logan. Is that correct?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
I mean, he has his stepbrothers and sisters.
Yeah, that's his only biological brother.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
And we have filed a waiver with respect to Logan, Your Honor.
I saw that. All right, Ms. McKim, do you have any questions of these witnesses?
No.
Okay, I've read your report. All right, if you will get me the executed notarized proofs, then I will sign the order appointing permanent co-guardians of the person of the proposed ward, and you'll let me know if you need anything else.
Your Honor, yes, sir. We will have the oath of guardian executed, as well as is the court requiring a personal bond?
$1,000 personal bond.
Okay, for each guardian.
Yeah.
Okay, those will be executed as well. And Your Honor, suppose I hold on to those and we'll file those tomorrow morning?
That'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, let me know if you need anything else, and we'll be happy to help.
Yeah, Your Honor, my connection.
I can't hear you, Ms. McKim. You are frozen.
And file to waive personal appearance due to William's condition.
I did sign that. And you've frozen again.
Did it go out again?
Yes, but I signed the order waiving the appearance of the proposed ward.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
We filed no objections to her motion for fees.
All right, well, thank you.
Elizabeth,
Let me know.
thank you for your help.
Y'all have a great week.
You too. Thank you.
Happy 4th.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Mr. Bruce Gregory, I guess. Both self-proven.
We have 4, 2 for Bruce and 2 for Myla.
The third. For who? Did she already go back?
All right, Mr. Gregory, I guess we will go with Judy Daniel.
Okay, give me Susan. She's here, but we didn't know which order we were going in, so give me just a second for her to walk in
Okay,
here.
why don't you tell Bruce we're gonna do Daniel, then Housley, then LeBlanc, then Smith.
Okay, I'm doing all of them, Your Honor. Bruce is in judges school today, so I'm doing these.
He told me that.
Yes. Okay, we're ready, Your Honor. Okay.
You Susan Daniel?
Yes, hello.
Ms. Daniel, if you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Ms. Daniel, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Judy Ann Daniel. Do you recognize that as being her will?
I do.
And I'm gonna go back to the signature page and ask you if you recognize that as being her signature on that document.
Yes, it is.
And after the date she made this will on September 13th of 2011, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No.
All right, go right ahead, Ms. Gregory.
All right. Okay. You're Susan Daniel, and you're here today to probate the estate of your mother, Judy Ann Daniel. That's correct. And you're asking the court to admit this will into probate as a muniment of title, and you're telling the court that your mother had no outstanding debts. That is correct. Okay. And you had an opportunity to read the proof of death and other facts prior to coming to court today, and all those statements are correct. That is correct. I will have you sign.
I just had a message come up saying I've got a 2-day trial next week.
Right, Your Honor, she signed the proof of death and other facts.
All right. Ms. Daniel, I've signed the order admitting the will to probate as a muniment of title, and Ms. Gregory will guide you through the rest of the process. I hope everything goes well. Let us know if you need anything. And Gregory, I'll wait for you to bring in the Housley case.
All right. It won't take us long. We're just, if you would hand that to Teresa. Hang you're next, yes. No, because that's only put all those is the statements of the all right. Ms. Housley, if you will sit here, yes, so that we can get you in that camera. Looking straight. I do. Victoria is next. Yes, yes. real regular glasses. These are just cheaters, but I have a prescription for a little bit of distance with them. I can't find any red glasses for me. Oh, that's a good look for you. Yeah. I'll find you one. Okay.
Good morning, Ms. Hauser.
Good morning.
If I could get you to raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, Ms. Housley, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Walter Housley. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go back to the signature page and ask you, is that his signature on that document?
Yes, it is.
And after the date he made this will on November 12th of 2014, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No.
Right, go right ahead, Ms. Gregory.
Okay. Judge, Ms. Housley is our good friend. She's in our Sunday school class, and we're just really sorry for her to go through this. But Pam, you're here today to probate the estate of Walter Housley. Yes, correct. And prior to coming to court today, you had an opportunity to read the proof of death and other facts, and all of these statements are true and correct to the best of your knowledge. Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
And you're asking the court today to enter this will into probate and name you as the independent executrix.
Yes,
Correct?
that's true.
Right. And I'll ask you to sign this proof of death, and I'll notarize it.
Well, she had 7 children and 15 grandchildren. I'm surprised you can stay awake during this hearing.
No, I'm good, thank you. That's proof of death, Your Honor.
All righty, I have signed the order admitting the will to probate. So Ms. Housley, what's going to happen is Ms. Gregory is going to e-file your proof and your oath with the county clerk. She'll be able to get you letters of testamentary. They'll give you legal authority to act on behalf of the estate so that you can marshal the assets and transfer them
Yes, sir.
yourself. And she'll need information from you so that she can file an inventory within 90 days. But other than that, I hope everything goes well. Y'all let us know if you need anything else. And I think Ms. Gregory has 2 more cases she's going to handle this morning for her husband. So I'll wait for you, Ms. Gregory.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All right. If you would hand that to Teresa, I'm going to stamp that one. Have a seat. Thank you.
All right, Ms. LeBlanc,
Hello there.
can I get you to raise your right hand, please? Do Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth to help you God?
I do swear.
Okay, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Vera LeBlanc. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna go to the signature page. Show you her signature. Does that appear to be her signature on that document?
Yes, sir, it is.
After the date she made this will on July 11th of 2013, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir, she did not.
Okay, go right ahead, Miss Gregory.
Okay. You're Victoria LeBlanc? Yes, ma'am. And you're here today to probate the estate of Vera Adare LeBlanc? Yes, ma'am. Correct? Yes, ma'am. All right. Prior to coming to court today, you had an opportunity to read the proof of death and other facts, and those statements are all true and correct to the best of your knowledge. Yes, ma'am. Is that correct? Ask you to sign it, and I'll notarize it.
So sorry about your house, Miss Gregory.
Oh, thank you, Judge. Looks like it's all gone. Yesterday, the adjuster said it. He'll have to go back and review it, but right now he thinks they'll have to take up the slab. Not just go down to the slab, but remove it. So, I'll hold it up for you. I say God is still in control, and if I can stay out of his way, it'll probably turn out okay. And there's her signed proof.
All right, Mr. LeBlanc, I have signed the order admitting your mother's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary, which Ms. Gregory will get for you from the county clerk. They'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate so that you can transfer title, deal with financial institutions and so forth. Please make sure that you cooperate with Ms. Gregory in getting her a listing of the assets of your mother's estate because you have 90 days to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, I hope everything goes well and you have a great rest of your week.
Thank you. You too. Thanks, Judge. I will. Do I need to do this? Yes. I'll go and get Miss Smith.
All righty.
You could go ahead and stand up if you would and let her have your chair. Yes, ma'am. Spin it up there. All right. If you would hand that file to Teresa. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Do you want him to come in or not? Yeah, he can come in. He drove all the way from Houston. Okay. He's in the restroom. He's in the restroom. Her brother can come in if he wants to, Teresa. Come on, Teresa. Hi, how are you? Good. Just have a seat over on that side. Or you can stand over here in the corner if you just want to see. Okay.
Righty, you
can see. Yes, hi.
All right, Ms. Smith, if I can get you to raise your right hand. Do You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, Ms. Smith, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Edna Smith. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna go back to the signature page. And ask you if that's her signature on that document.
That's it.
Okay, and that's the date she made that will on January 18th of 2008. Did she ever revoke it or amend it?
No, she did not.
Okay, go right ahead.
All right. You're Edna Smith. No, I'm sorry. You're Diane Smith, and you're here to probate the estate of Edna Smith. That's correct. And prior to coming to court today, you had an opportunity to read the proof of death and other facts, and all of these statements were true and correct. That's correct. Get you to sign it. Okay, and you're asking the court today to admit this will to probate as a muniment of title. Is that correct? I have nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. I have signed. All right. Thank you. I've signed the order admitting the will to probate as a muniment of title. And Ms. Smith, Ms. Gregory will guide you through the rest of the process. I hope everything goes well. Let us know if y'all need it.
Sure will. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor.
Take care.
Bye.
Exactly. Morning. What is all that noise?
My computer, Judge, I don't know how to stop it.
Oh, that's fine, as long as we know where it's coming from.
I have emails popping up. That's how many emails I have daily popping up. Let's see if I can. I don't know if you can hear me now. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh.
Is Ms. Morgan with you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Judge. I don't know how to make that stop.
Oh, don't worry about that. We'll just deal with it. Is Miss Morgan with you?
No, sir. She's supposed to be, they have a Zoom link. She and a notary are at the remote location. I've talked to them. They're waiting. They should be in the waiting room.
Okay, well, who do you have?
Cindy Newland.
She's got a Cindy Newland.
Yes, sir. That's the notary that's with her.
I had to connect to her earlier, but
They tried to connect to her. They're having some difficulties. We'll see what they can get done.
Okay.
So we have video.
Hey, come on. Let's get Miss Connie. She's coming. About the time she walks away is when y'all come on. So it's like, oh. All right, there she is.
hey, Greg.
Good morning, Connie.
You guys scoot over, Miss Connie.
I got a little bit so we can see you.
Yeah.
There we go. Judge Brannick, this is Connie Morgan and Cindy Newland.
Okay, Ms. Morgan, if you will raise your right hand, please.
Yes, sir.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Charles S. Morgan. Do you recognize that as being his will?
What I can focus in on, I do, sir.
All right, I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that his signature on that document?
That is his signature. Yes, sir.
And it appears that he made this will on September 15th of 2014. After that date, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir, not as I know of.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Dykeman.
Okay. Cindy and Connie, in front of you, y'all should have the proof of death and other facts. Do you have that document?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We got both of them.
All right. So, and Connie, you've had the chance to read over that document, the proof of death and other facts, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have personal knowledge of each of them, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to go through them with you, but they're all true and correct. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So,
Go through
your
it,
husband?
Mr. Dykeman?
Yes, sir.
You don't have to go through it. If she says that it's all true and correct, that's sufficient for me.
Very good. Okay.
You just go ahead and get her to sign that as her name is typed on there and let me know when it's notarized.
Okay. Cindy, Connie, if you would sign it, and Cindy, if you will notarize it here in front of Judge Brannick and confirm that you notarize it, please.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Judge Connie and her husband founded Beaumont Tractor Company on College that has the Kubota dealership and grew it into what it is today.
Well, I'll be darned. I look admiringly at it every time I pass it.
Well, good. That was the purpose of moving up the location we did. We've got two.
Okay, that's done.
Okay. Now, the other document in front of you, Connie, is the oath of independent executrix. If you would do the same thing, which is
Yes,
sign that in front of Cindy, and Cindy, if you would just notarize it and confirm to Judge Brannick when it is confirmed.
Do you want me to read it to him or?
No, you don't need to
No.
read it,
Okay.
just sign
Okay.
it. Judge, I see that Connie's son, Tom, who also runs Beaumont Tractors, in the background.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Wonderful.
Okay, and that one's notarized too.
Okay. If y'all will,
Now, I've signed the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. So what's going to happen is Mr. Dykeman's going to get that proof of death and other facts and that oath that have been notarized. He's going to e-file those with the county clerk. He'll get your letters for you. You'll use your letters to show your authority. So if you need to deal with financial institutions or any other organization, you'll use those letters to prove that you have the legal capacity to do so. The only other thing you'll need to do is to cooperate with Mr. Dykeman in preparation of inventory that has to be filed within 90 days of today. But I know he'll guide you through the process, so I hope everything goes well. And y'all let us know if y'all need anything else, Mr. Dykeman.
okay. Thank you very much, Judge. Appreciate it.
Great week and
Okay.
have
So, Cindy, if you would make sure I get those documents so that we can then file them, okay?
Okay. All right. Not a problem.
We'll bring them
Okay,
down there
great.
today.
Thank y'all very much.
Yeah. We get the affidavit from the code.
Okay. All right. Not a problem.
Mr. Marks. Mr. Marks.
Okay, where's the, okay, which one is this? That's Montalbano. What is that noise? What is that noise? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you, Judge. Can you hear me?
I can. Who is Dewana Flanagan?
Dewana Flanagan Cockrum is my legal assistant, Your Honor.
Okay, and we are looking for John Mark.
That's correct. And Dewana, were you able to get Mr. Marks?
Yes, one second. I'm trying to turn the tone down. Judge, that's me trying to turn the noise down, sir. My apologies.
I can hear you, Judge. Can you hear me?
I can. Who is Dewana Flanagan?
Dewana Flanagan Cockrum is my legal assistant.
Okay. Here's some kind of-
So, and Dewana, were you able to get Mr. Marks?
Just one second. I'm trying to turn the tone down. Mr. Marks, I'm calling you on the video. Judge, that's me trying to turn the noise down, sir. My apologies. Answer.
Okay, I didn't see it, but hit me again.
Does Mr. Marks not have a tablet or some kind of device he can get on? Mr. Henry?
He has tried to connect to his device, Your Honor, but it's not connecting to Zoom. So my legal assistant is trying to get him through her device on the screen.
Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. I had a 10 o'clock meeting that I'm running late for.
Yes, Your Honor.
Here at the office. So the number here is 409-835-8466.
Mm-hmm.
We'll wait several minutes. I'm gonna go meet with the individual. Call us and let us know if he's able to get on. I'll come back in the courtroom, okay?
Okay, thank you very much, Judge.
I'll be.
We're on.
10 o'clock meeting that I'm running late for. Because from here at the office,
There he is.
the number here is 409-835-8466. Wait several minutes. I'm gonna go meet with the individual. Call us and let us know if he's able to get on. I'll come back. Okay,
thank you very much, Judge.
We're on.
Mr. Henry,
Yes.
the judge would like to know if you can get the client to your office and we can do it on another day.
Okay.
Because that just won't work.
Right. Okay, sure. We'll have to arrange that with him.
Okay, and then call us back and let us know, and we can do it probably Wednesday
Okay.
or Tuesday after court.
Of next week, is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Okay, we will call you back today.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Do it on another day.
Okay.